Volk might be the greatest featherweight of all time. Just what did you think of his performance this evening and kind of where he stands?
Total domination, man. He looked incredible, kept going, and yeah, I mean, he put on an unbelievable performance tonight.
Undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the World, Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
If they made a movie about my life, it would start here. I was born in Wollongong Hospital. I've always lived here. You know, a lot of people say we're rough and tough type of guys. All they know is hard work. It made me tough, it made me who I am, and it made me the fighter I am. I'm that hard-working guy that never gives up, always adapts to whatever's in front of me. No matter how hard it is, I'm going to take it on. Rugby league is just massive here in this region. That blue-collar sort of mentality, that, you know, the hard-working type of mentality, I think that's red in these type of towns. And rugby league's always big in them areas. I played for Rilla Gorillas. It was just where all my mates played, just where most of the people lived in that Rilla sort of region, and that's people were twice the size of me. And I used to be 214 pounds, because that position I played, they're absolute monsters who I'm up against. It's obviously a very physical sport, and I always held my own.
He always played above his weight. Your front rowers, they're supposed to be your big giant ogres, cranky, intimidating guys. We had one of them, and his partner was Alex. We used to take the field, and you.
Empires rise, warriors conquer, and legends are forged in the heat of battle. But no king rules forever, and no fighter remains undefeated. From nothing, a warrior emerged, shaped by struggle and destined for greatness. His name was no accident. Centuries ago, Alexander the Great led armies across continents, etching his name into history. Now another Alexander fights, not in the fields of war, but in the cage under blinding lights, with a new empire to conquer. What truly sets Alexander Volkanovski apart, beyond the gold and beyond the accolades, lies something deeper, a warrior's mentality. In a sport where every fighter dreams of championship glory, Volkanovski stands alone. His unconventional body defies expectations. His unbreakable mindset keeps him standing when others would crumble. His tactical brilliance makes him a nightmare, even for the best. It's this relentless pursuit of excellence that has cemented his legacy as one of the greatest featherweights of all time. At 5'6" with a 71.5-inch reach, Volkanovski's frame is deceptively powerful. His reach surpasses that of fighters who are 5 inches taller, including Max Holloway, Islam Makhachev, and Brian Ortega. It's well understood that reach is only effective when it's properly leveraged, and Volk's striking ability consistently proves that he knows exactly how to make his reach count. But his durability isn't a matter of toughness, it's rooted in science. Studies show that a larger neck circumference significantly lowers concussion risk, something shared by other powerhouses like Yoel Romero and Daniel Cormier. Volkanovski's bone density, built by years of rugby, also contributes to his exceptional ability to absorb strikes, making him much harder to take down. Defensively, Volkanovski is a force to be reckoned with. With a 75% takedown defense, he stands strong against some of the most feared grapplers in MMA. Compare that with Daniel Cormier, who has an 80% takedown defense, and Khabib Nurmagomedov, with an 84% takedown defense. His low center of gravity combined with his unyielding core strength makes him an absolute nightmare for anyone attempting to bring him down to the mat. Volkanovski's elite cardio is another one of his secret weapons. With a high VO2 max and an ability to clear lactate more efficiently than most, he maintains a relentless pace without ever fainting. These traits place him alongside cardio machines like Nick Diaz and Tony Ferguson. In short, Volkanovski's physique is a finely tuned weapon, engineered for the demands of combat. This combination of strength, endurance, and striking power set him apart as an outlier in modern MMA. However, his physical gifts weren't enough on their own. To truly dominate the UFC's featherweight division, Volkanovski needed the right environment to nurture these attributes. Many fighters that rise to the apex of the UFC are lifelong martial artists, starting at a very young age. Volkanovski shows us a different case entirely. Starting his MMA journey at the age of 22, Volkanovski would quickly showcase his aptitude for the sport. It was here that Volkanovski laid the foundation for his career and built up his well-rounded MMA base. Being a two-time national wrestling champion at the age of 12, it's clear that Volkanovski possessed a clear aptitude for combat sports.
That was my last year of football.
This aptitude would further be honed when he joined City Kickboxing under the tutelage of Eugene Merriman. Home to fighters like Israel Adesanya, Dan Hooker, and Carlos Bulberg, and starting off as a small gym with outdated equipment and a leaking roof. City Kickboxing went on to breed some of the greatest strikers in the UFC by teaching a more measured approach to striking, which relies on feints, setups, deception, and positioning. It's unknown when exactly Volkanovski joined City Kickboxing, but if you watch most of his recent fights in the UFC, it's clear where Merriman's influence comes into play. By 2016, Volkanovski had built a reputation in Australia, with 13 wins and 1 loss. In November of that year, Volkanovski was set to fight Japan's Yusuke Kasuya, in which he would pave the way for his UFC dominance with a second-round TKO. This wasn't just a debut, this was a statement. This fight would be an early look into Volkanovski's technical brilliance. In Volkanovski's fight with Yusuke, Volk immediately takes control of the octagon in round 1, circling Yusuke, and creating opportunities to strike while his opponent is forced to retreat and defend. Volkanovski's signature in-and-out movement, combined with feints, allowed him to read his opponent, create openings, and dominate the space. Volkanovski continues to pressure Yusuke, and when he fakes a right kick and switches stances, Yusuke's guard drops, allowing Volkanovski to land a left hand and then a right. Yusuke responds by taking Volkanovski down, while Volk's technical skill is undeniable. He controls the grappling exchanges and puts Yusuke into compromising positions. In round 2, Volkanovski's feints and footwork continued to control the octagon. He backs Yusuke against the cage using footwork. On the ground, Volkanovski controls Yusuke's legs and smothers him, forcing him to make the same mistake that he did in round 1, going for leg locks when his knees are on the ground. Yusuke is pummeled until the referee stops the fight. Volkanovski's debut was a powerful statement showcasing his diverse skill set, technical prowess, setting the stage for his future dominance. Volkanovski continued his unstoppable ascent through the featherweight ranks, defeating Darren Elkins, Chad Mendes, and Jose Aldo, before facing Max Holloway in UFC 249.
Just joking, it is what it is. It's a fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you could be undefeated, that'd be amazing, you know. But at the end of the day, not that many mixed martial arts is undefeated. You know, only a few are. And it's my second loss in 2019. You know, what are we?
Despite Volkanovski's win over Max Holloway, many fans saw this and they thought that Max Holloway should have won and that he was robbed. This controversy would then lead to a third fight between the two, after Volkanovski would face Brian Ortega. After ending his rivalry with Max Holloway, he then went on to face Islam Makhachev, who was arguably his toughest opponent to date. The first fight between Volkanovski and Makhachev was shrouded in controversy, many believing that Volkanovski had done enough to secure the win. It was undeniably a close and highly contested bout, leaving fans and analysts divided. Now, in their second encounter, a critical weakness in Volkanovski's defense was exposed: his susceptibility to head kicks. His tendency to block head kicks with a single hand rather than employing a more effective T-block left him vulnerable. Makhachev capitalized on this vulnerability, strategically setting Volkanovski up with a series of teeps and low kicks, ultimately finishing the fight with a devastating high kick.
Yeah. Ilya Tapari or whatever, he's fucking tight.
He's dangerous.
He's tight. That shit's...
Everything's flawless. His boxing is so dangerous. He's so dangerous everywhere. He's dangerous with submissions. He's dangerous with kicking. He's dangerous. His heart is dangerous. He's an animal, dude.
He is.
He's a real problem because he's intelligent. He's dedicated. He's driven. He's got that kind of confidence that those championship guys have, where they know they're the best even before they're the best.
Every king has their usurper, and for Volkanovski, that was Ilya Topuria. A fighter who was nearly perfect in every aspect of mixed martial arts. With elite striking and formidable ground game, as well as exceptional wrestling, Topuria was a force to be reckoned with. And on this fateful day, he was poised to ascend to the apex of the featherweight division. Volkanovski's reign was not eternal, and in a stunning display of skill and power, Topuria delivered a crushing blow that sent shockwaves through the MMA world. The king had fallen, and a new era was dawning in the featherweight division. Despite this setback, Volkanovski's legacy remains untarnished. His accomplishments and impact on the sport are undeniable, solidifying his status as a legend and one of the greatest featherweights of all time. Volkanovski's relentless work ethic instilled by his upbringing sets him apart. He embodies grit and unwavering belief in hard work. Unlike many champions who may relax after achieving their goals, Volkanovski intensified his training upon reaching champion status. His commitment towards continuous improvement is evident in each fight. This trilogy with Max Holloway exemplifies this evolution. In their first encounter, Volkanovski noticeably slowed in the fifth round, coasting to the final bell. However, in their third fight, his conditioning had drastically improved, allowing him to increase the pace in the 5th round and land more strikes than in any previous round against Max Holloway. This unrelenting drive to succeed, coupled with his ability to defy doubters, has become a defining characteristic of his. Alexander Volkanovski's metamorphosis from a rugby player to a dominant UFC champion is a testament to his unwavering determination, relentless work ethic, and exceptional skill set. His unique body type combined with his technical prowess and strategic brilliance allowed him to overcome the challenges and etch his name into the annals of MMA history. Volkanovski's reign as a champion may have eventually come to an end, but his impact on the sport is undeniable. He will forever be remembered as one of the greatest featherweights of all time, the fighter who defied expectations and left a permanent mark on the sport of MMA.